Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the iconic Brazil Grand Prix, the 8th round of the Formula 1 season. This circuit is one of the oldest tracks on the calendar with a reputation for being one of the most challenging and unforgiving. With numerous corners and walls lining the track, this race is not for the faint of heart. The drivers will need to be on their A-game to navigate through the twists and turns and avoid any potential collisions. As the 8th round of the Formula 1 season, this race is expected to be nothing short of thrilling with the championship standings in the balance. Every driver will be pushing their limits to come out on top. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Brazil Grand Prix. Ladies and gentlemen, stream up. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Brazilian GP. It's a good day for racing. We got twosies on pole. Looking at the grid now, Ancho in the Red Bull in P2, Bruder in P3, Vil in P4, MM7. MM7 has stated that this would be his final race, or one of his final races in F1, so this race can be considered a farewell to him. MM7, P5, Acid in the Red Bull, starting in P6, Skillmax, P7, Victor in the Ferrari, P8, Fauzi, after suffering a penalty during qualifying, will start 9th, Flicky in the Alfa Romeo, 10th. Next to his teammate, Spike in 11th, Beam in 12th, 13th is Light, 14th is CEO Sigma, 15th is Mr. Tino, who is reserving for Alpine. He is the current MP F2 driver. Joe Bryven, reserving for Audi, Hey Houdini for AlphaTauri, Jord Viper for Mercedes, and the returning F1 World Champion, Lucas, which rounds up the grid for today. This track has been quite notorious for its turn 1 crashes, so ladies and gentlemen, we're really gonna have to pay attention to that as we head into the race today. Hello everybody in chat, mein Mutter. But yeah, this race is going to mark the one of the very endings to Audi. So it's going to be sad to see them go, but for now, what on earth?
So
Good stuff.
Oh, nice.
For throwing up. I'm trying to focus on being at the safety car at the same time. It's not as easy as I thought it would be.
Fortunately, I was able to get off work on time, so that's why I was able to make it. And also, we are starting at 3 today? So that's 3 Central Standard. So,
okay.
Oh wow, we're on the grid. Okay, Jay, I can't hear any volume on my end on the.
Yeah, I can't do that. That is alright, ladies and gentlemen. It is
lights out.
Lights out, and away
That's
we go
awesome.
here at Brazil. Oh yes, everything is awesome with this. We got some really good materials to use for this as we go.
We got a safety car. We got a safety car.
Big pile up
We got a safety
at
car.
the front, which sends a chain reaction down through the rear of the pack.
Okay, no overtaking. We're under
undoubtedly,
safety car
the safety
conditions. If
car
you're alongside
is
another
called.
car,
That is me, ladies and gentlemen.
you're alongside another car.
Today,
Please no
I took
overtaking.
out an Alfa Romeo on the way to the grid, but that's okay. I'm pretty sure he got his.
Okay, gentlemen, we need to
Positions
figure out the order. We need to figure out the order. The
Anyways.
safety car will be collecting the pack. Is there anyone with damage?
Who are we on board here with? Trying to see.
Okay, because I thought I saw wings flying and
I
getting
don't see the
destroyed.
wings
Is there
of the
anyone with
drivers, so-
damage?
This is an Alpine.
Okay.
Or
Hey,
Williams.
Fauzi and Spike, can Fauzi not? I don't think Fauzi's in the chat. Fauzi needs to understand we're under safety car.
Could potentially be Zoom or Fauzi, I believe.
Okay, Flicky, who is the person right in front of you? Okay, Twosies, you're obliged to
he's
give the
passed.
position back.
Set up
If
to
you say
pass.
no, then deal with it after the race. Okay, Fauzi and Spike,
is
they're
Fauzi.
fighting over who should be ahead. So just deal with.
Twosi's dead.
Yeah. I was
Oh, man,
spectating
Ice-
Fauzi, so I
Iceflake,
think
come
that
on now.
maybe he overtook him under safety car. You guys can deal with it
Oh
after the
my
race,
God.
okay? Okay. Do we have the safety car collection?
Oh, Twosi's lost his rear wing. That's. Oh man, that's. We're gonna have to hear the radio. Hold on.
Very unfortunate for the current driver there.
Okay,
He's been
so
so dominant this season. But looks like his luck when it comes to turn ones has ended today, but who knows? Twosies is an excellent driver. Carries a lot of pace with him. Let's see if he'll be able to make any sort of recovery. Bruder in the Aston Martin currently holding the lead right now. I've just somehow been turned into a Formula car. What just happened? What just happened?
yes, Fauzi is being. There's a dispute between him and Spike, so you're gonna have to resolve it after the race and penalties, okay?
Twosi's, I'm gonna need you the box, please. You have rear wing damage.
Rear wing damage.
Rear wing
Jesus.
damage? Oh, shit.
No, I said safety car plus one, guys. I
Twosi's, you
said
will
safety
need
car
the
plus
box.
one. Yes, what's up?
Somehow I've been changed from
I
a
think that's
safety
lag
car
because I see that
into an
he's
open wheel.
behind Spike right
Just
now.
like that. Just like that. Oh, this race is already.
Okay, I wasn't looking at him.
Am
I
I
was looking
coming
at
in
the
this
safety
lap? I
car.
can't actually
Did he
hear the
crash
race director,
or was
so-
it lag?
Safety car
No.
plus one is the last thing I've seen in chat, so I don't think Jay has called it.
Okay,
in the,
clip
he
it
put in the
and
text
send it
chat if
after
he
the
wants
race,
to
okay,
come in
guys?
this lap, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Clip it and send it.
It looks like everybody's
Okay.
formed up though. Potentially
So
could have.
we are gonna have.
came in,
Let's see,
That's all right, we'll go one
this lap.
Oh, safety car in this lap.
Big car in this lap. All right. Looks like my job for today is.
So whoever's stretching it out on the whoever's stretching out some pretty risky strategies are going to be in love with this this extended safety car. They're going to get so much tire life out of those faster tires. So we'll see who can benefit from that the most. That's the one thing I wish we had more access to is the tire data. So unfortunately, it's something we cannot see. I think we are on board with Fauzi. Yes, we are. I think this is. Yeah, it is.
You know,
Ooh,
today
little
was
bit
today
of
for
lag.
the AlphaTauri safety car. A little bit of lag. in
Okay,
the
Bean,
mix there.
please keep a gap.
If you're
with
in the
drivers.
chat, say what's
10
up,
car
say who
lengths.
you're supporting, say who you think is going to win this race and who you want to win the race. I'd love to see what everybody's thoughts are in the chat. We've got 13 watching, so
Oh,
we should also
beautiful
vote for
car.
driver of the race as well, or
driver of the day. Yeah,
Driver of
for
the day.
sure.
that'll be a chat thing.
As
Least-
we get racing again.
Underway into the beautiful 135-degree downhill. Another.
In the first corner there, already not looking good for the
Okay,
mid-pack.
was there any damage? I
race
saw a crash,
goes
but it looks like
on.
they got racing again. Was there any damage?
I guess
We're
they're
gonna
battling
have to-
ahead of Fauzi here. I mean, look at those 3 cars up into this technical double right-hander.
3 wide. Acid going for a move on the Alfa Romeo into the hairpin. Let's see if he gets the position. Spike fighting back quite aggressively, pushing Acid wide. Seems like a statement with that kind of defending.
Oh, runs a little wide there by Fauzi. As the Alpha and the Red Bull are still nose to tail right in front of us here. I think that's a battle for 5th and 4th place. Alfa Romeo currently has the 4th place position, which is going to be Spike. Acid tailing closely behind. Let's see how much time he can gain coming through this next back straightaway here. Coming up, we're going to have DRS enabled coming onto this front straightaway, so we're going to see. This is where it really gets interesting, is when that DRS gets enabled, because everyone's got different DRS strategies and different downforces, so it's really interesting to see how these guys interact.
The curve zones on this track are certainly unique. We're going to see some very interesting battles as we see the William getting a little bit frisky with the rear of that Red Bull there. Changing now to...
I think we're staying on board here. I think this is fantastic. We should stay on board here, and then... Oh, Fauzi just squeezing past Acid there, pushing him wide.
And putting him under threat from the blue Ferrari in the background. Ferrari going with I think the King and the Lightning McQueen limits in this race week.
And we're on board with 2Cs in the McLaren.
2Cs, our current championship leader, trying to make a recovery. Currently in 11th, just outside of the points, just blazing points right now.
It's going to be a climb for him. He lost his rear wings in the opening lap crash, so let's see how he can rebound back from this.
We on board with.
Yeah, who is this? Tino? Lucas?
Lucas, the defending world champion, coming back for more. We knew he couldn't race this season due to scheduling. Very unfortunate, but look at him now, back at it. Currently in P9, already in the points. No practice, no nothing, just hopping in and prepared to dominate. Even starting from the back of the pack, we got some action up ahead. The Mercedes and I believe the blue Ferrari going at it. We've got a lot of cars just bunched together. We got a train of them, all the way from Spike to Lucas in the back. Fauzi, who is currently in P6. He's holding his own. Little bit of unfortunate penalty for him during qualifying, but that isn't holding him back now. Holding on very nicely. We jump on board with Light now. Under threat from the world champion himself.
That's a scary sight.
Lucas going for a move, but Light using that curve going around the outside of the Ferrari. The Ferrari is going to attack that. He holds that inside line, but looks like he's not going to make a move. Fauzi with a disastrous mistake out of the corner of turn 1. Light tangling up with the Ferrari, and Fauzi, who lost out, is now fighting back, trying to regain from that mistake, doing so quite excellently. Zoom just ahead of the pack there, just ahead of the battle.
Hitting the donut curb on the inside, that's what caused Fauzi to kind of not take his apex correctly. He bounced off that inside curb off into the wall, which allowed him to get overtaken, so bit of a mistake there, losing a couple positions. If you start to stack those up, that's going to really cost you over the course of the race. So
I will need to complete a lap in order to enter the safety car again. For some reason, doing it while I was driving it.
Okay, my microphone has been off. Tyler, have you been talking at least?
Hello?
Okay, apparently my microphone's desynced. Have you been doing commentary? Because I don't think I've been doing commentary. I was muted the whole time.
I've been doing commentary here and there.
I didn't hear you
Nice
for
to
the
have
last
someone to
minute.
bounce
I think
off
it was deaf for the minute on the stream. You might have heard me talking, but apparently it was going through the stream, which is unfortunato.
Oh, so we were double talking?
I'm quite sure. Anyways, give us some commentary. I'll jump in as we go.
All right, I think we want to get on board with Lucas and Light here because they're going to be like insanely close to battling here. They're so close. He's got Light has the defending champ Lucas on his tail here. Light's going to boost a little early here. I think Lucas uses his some other point of the lap here. Coming up into the uphill and then quickly downhill left 135. Into the...
I don't know, it looks like Light, currently an F2 driver driving for MP alongside Mr. Tina, who is also racing today. I think he's holding himself quite well against the champ. Not only just the champ, but very dominant champion. Winning several races, getting away with.
Although you can tell Lucas is very, very fast in that middle section compared to Light. You can see he almost got to the very tail end of him.
I do believe that Lucas holds a win here as well. So, with mustering some long forgotten pace with a little bit of luck, we might see some very big results from him. Very close now, but I don't think this is the kind of corner that you want to be making a move into as they round the penultimate corner into the final. Light is burning his curse. Lucas, not really sure. Don't know if he's doing the same, but he's definitely
let's take
very quick.
Let's take a look at the running order quickly. Kind of want to see where everyone's shaking up right now. Bruder's still in first, Skillmax still in second, MM7 in third. I think MM7 and Skillmax actually swapped at some point, so they could potentially be still close to each other. Yep, they are. Their nose and tail. Look at that.
Bruder, Skillmax, they teammates at Aston Martin currently.
Oh, the 1-2.
1 and 2. If they're able to finish the race with that kind of result, it will be very good, especially since they're currently battling it out for the constructors' title.
Iceflake will be happy about that. He said in chat a little while ago he's supporting Alfa Romeo and Aston Martin.
So what do we do here? MM7 Skillmax teammates for 2 seasons came up through the ranks in F3, F2, different teams due to budgetary constraints in F1. Aston Martin pairing of him and Bruder being 1 and 2 is the play. MM7 holding his own for Audi, but the problem is this is going to be his last race, as reports indicate the Audi group may be retiring. How do you guys feel about this? MM7, Skillmax, one last hurrah?
It's gonna be very sad. I worked with MM7 pretty much the majority of his career here in Formula V. Very, very good driver, very fast, very controlled, and overall, one trait that I always admired about his driving is his consistency. His consistency on the pace in qualifying and in the race, being able to pump in those quick lap times. Skillmax is not dealing with an easy opponent right now, but neither is MM7. The rivalry between these two in F1 is
kind of a new thing, huh?
Definitely something to look into, though it appears like after this race we're not going to be getting much more, which is really sad.
Did he ever say why he's thinking about hanging up the tires, the boots?
I'm not sure.
Helmet?
The helmet,
gloves?
Thank you.
I think it's the gloves, which they refer to. I'm not sure.
Oh, we have our first person into the pits from the front runners. Let's go to Light and see where he comes out at, because that's going to be some juicy battles.
Wonder what he started on. Did he start on the softs?
Maybe.
This is very early.
Oh, we have some other pits.
We have
some pits, so this is a strategy. And he comes out in clean air. Interesting. So actually,
by the way, Jay,
That's
I
interesting.
still need confirmation on if I could take a left.
Oh, did you not hear me before? Yes, if as long as you're very careful about it. Ooh.
Oof.
Poncho
Little
was
bit of
one
a
of the top
slide.
5 qualifiers. He's currently... Where is he recovered to because of the crash at the beginning? He's in 11th. Okay, so he's probably going long on his tire strategy, and he's probably going to be pitting here soon. Let's see who else we can jump to. Viper.
Any of our top 5 within striking distance of each other?
Let's see. Skill Max is on his own. Acid was with some people. Let's see if Acid's still having the fight. Into the pits he goes.
Just into the box.
Okay, so there's a bunch of people up in ahead of him that are in the pits. Let's see where he comes out, if it's going to be traffic.
Lots of people coming into the pits as they enter turn 1 right now. There are several cars bunched up together. I just saw them go past me. I'm trying to navigate around them at the moment.
Okay, so this is his teammate Poncho. So Acid had the pit first. Poncho is staying out long. Will it be a problem if Acid is trying to get past his teammate? Will team orders come into play here? Poncho, who was faster in qualifying compared to Acid, and he lets him by. He's very safe about it.
By. Team orders.
Wow.
That is something. I haven't heard about team orders in a long time. Poncho
Wow.
seems to suffer from that. Actually, he lost a great deal of distance.
Okay, this is for
Acid is the star
5th,
driver
6th,
on
and
Red
7th.
Bull. So
Vic is trying to attack ahead, and Lucas is trying to pressure behind.
What on earth?
oh yeah.
What's going on?
I think we should get the POV of Lucas, to be honest, so hunting him down.
Ooh,
yeah.
some wheel banging.
Nice
Lucas got
overtake.
past with an optimal exit right there.
Beautiful. That's a great place to overtake because then these guys don't have curves coming into the next section, and it's very technical through here, so he has some time to save some curves. So beautiful overtake position there by Lucas, and that's why he's the defending champ. So, well, because of moves just like that. And ridiculous pace and strategy. He's just, I mean, all around, that's what creates his dominance. So we'll see. I mean, he's climbing. He started, where was he, like 10th when we
No, he
first
started
got on
back in
board
the
with
grid
him? Now
because he
he's-
missed qualifying. He started 20th.
So he's 6th. He's 6th right now. Has he yet to pit?
I'm assuming so.
But I mean, he's climbing right now. He's almost on MM7 right now. This is insane.
MM7, the golden boy in F3, F2, and of Audi, under threat. Both of them are champions going at it.
This is great. Young blood versus old blood. Lucas has been around a few seasons, so it's gonna be. This is awesome.
Ooh, but Lucas
I got a-
does have
oh.
a bit of.
Oh, there's a crash!
Romeo's is taken out by a bit of McLaren.
CEO of Sigma had a crash coming out of the pits against Spike, who's fighting in the top positions. That is 2 crashes CEO Sigma has been involved in this race. That is so tad. Did he lose? Let me.
Check if he lost any parts here. If any of them are gonna have to box, that'll be very detrimental to their race. It's wow. He even Spike in chat. Fuck's sake, he goes in chat. Oh man.
Ooh, was that a little bit of contact from?
I think that was decent, potentially.
You've been decent.
Oh my
I
god.
think you guys are coming past me now. Let me give you all a honk.
How is Spike in the chat and racing at the same time? Is he pulled over? I don't.
Ooh, CEO Sigma has retired from the race.
Wow.
What's going on? What's going on?
He couldn't handle the accident he
Do
caused.
you guys see a car on track? Do you see a car
He
on track?
retired. I think he had a failure here. I think he retired from the race. Wow. I want to do the hold on. Please retire the car. It's funny.
Please retire the car. Retire the car.
Did you hear the radio sound on my microphone too, or is it not picking up? Okay, good. Please pull off to a safe area and retire the car. 12 viewer moment, someone says. Mason Leet. Can't tell if that's irony or we've got a hater in the chat. Macy boy. Oh, we got Zoom coming out of the pits here. Let's see if he's able to stay ahead of these two cars behind him, as he gets a little boost from from the behind. Zoom retakes his third place position, so he didn't lose a lot of positions there. Let's see what kind of tires he's on and see if he can stay ahead of cars behind him. Going through the technical chicane here, the depth chicane, that used to be a lot more dangerous, but they've actually revised it this season to make it a little bit more safe for the drivers to take. I mean, I remember you take the wrong line in that section before, and you are just, there's no hope for you. You're in the wall. You're losing a massive amount of time. This is a lot more forgiving, this chicane this season. So I like overall. I like the changes depending on who you are. You may hate them, but I think overall it benefits the drivers. So. This track is still very challenging.
As a driver, I hate it.
I hate it too. I hate it too. I think it should be the death chicane. It was way more fun to take.
Let's review the current standings on the race at the moment. Bruder's still leading, Skillmax right behind him, still running 1-2. MM7 no longer in the podium position. We've got Zoom there, Zoom who's just returning. For a one-off or reserving, I'm not very sure, but he hasn't been racing for a while, but coming back into the car instantly, getting his elbows out, getting into those top positions. Well done to Zoom.
Ammo or Tyler, can you send a invite to Snipes? You'd like to spectate? You got you.
I am not in the lobby, unfortunately.
I am. Okay. Snipes. We're gonna have to interview him on Lucas. Snipes, baby girl, you've been invited. Currently on board with Lucas right now, hunting down MM7. These two have been going at it for a while, but looks like they've got some distance between them now. Hopefully we have more battles to come.
So what do you guys think? Skillmax has won races in F1. Bruder has yet. Bruder currently sits in front of his teammate, P1 and P2. Do you think the team will cause some pressure if he starts trying to attack his teammate? They'll say, no, just hold position, let Bruder get his first win? Or will they let them race?
Let me tell you a story. Let me tell you a story from when I was a manager. Back during Season 5 Luca F2, their team manager, Tanton, gave team orders on who to finish ahead of who. He's always giving team orders, so who knows, we might see some team orders again today.
Okay, if he does give team orders, what do you think he leans in favor of? Do you think he leans in favor of letting the first driver win his first race, or do you think potentially just keep position, just no risk?
I think he would let Bruder win his first race. He likes to make sure that his drivers are all uplifted. He's a very effective manager. So, yeah, I think Bruder, if things go well for the Aston Martin team, I think Bruder is going to come home with the W. Speaking of Aston Martin, we are currently on board with Light, fighting against a driver who formerly drove for Aston Martin, won a championship. Let's see if he's gonna... Light has been pressuring Lucas this entire race, but Lucas is just not backing down. Lucas is just holding on quite well. Very impressive. Coming down the straight right now, we have what seems to be like a 6 to 5 way battle. We jump on board with
Ooh, Light got past Lucas, and Lucas is going to come back to try to attack. Is it going to be enough?
Gonna hold on off for just a little bit here. Oh, is Lucas gonna use his curves to get inside? He doesn't have enough to get by him on the inside to make a safe pass, so he's gonna have to stay behind him for now.
I think we should jump on board with Flicky. I think there's an interesting battle going on right there. Several drivers currently involved.
Speaking of Flicky, he goes off the track! Oh no!
The Ferraris benefit, in fact several cars benefit from that incident. Fauzi is currently leading a horde as they go throughout the track. Lots of battles going on, very intense. I've been in these kinds of situations before. The concentration in situations like this is very, very high. The Ferrari attacking the Red Bull right now. The Red Bull taking a very somewhat of a defensive line. It's very hard to tell with the in the current situation, but the Red Bull, I believe, is Pancho holding on quite nicely against the Ferrari. Action up ahead. We got what appears to be Fauzi battling against another driver. Flicky once again
wheel banging
into the wall every single time in this sector. He just can't find any luck. But that group is starting to look like it is slowly separating. Fauzi, on the other hand, Fauzi is still in the midst. If we could jump on board with him. Who have we got behind him? So, Fauzi, Joe Brabham ahead, Pancho behind. A very, he's got very formidable threats on all sides as Pancho goes down the inside into the 90-degree.
Did you notice that last lap Pancho also used it on that back straight, which is different from most other people? I think Fauzi's going to use it on the main straight.
Will Fauzi attack again? Does Pancho have enough curves? Fauzi?
Ooh. Yeah, using it into this uphill. Gotta. Oh man.
I think Fauzi's got.
Does he use it back here in this left-hander to maintain speed? Where does he use it?
Through these corners, though.
I think he uses it here. He's got to use it somewhere.
Oh, it's hard to tell. Can't hear the curves. But Pancho's struggling ahead. Pancho just, I think he was playing a little bit with the track limits with the curves there. Fauzi just, for now, holding back, waiting for a mistake coming from Pancho. He's getting awfully close as they exit the hairpin, going through the long right-hander now into the, what did we call this? The death chicane?
Yeah, the death chicane. It used to be. Now it's not. It's the sissy chicane now.
Now the sissy chicane.
The sissy chicane.
We got a slow driver. Spike is slowing down on the straights to type in chat. This man is sacrificing his life, his race, to talk in chat.
For clout.
Okay, so apparently Zoom has gotten like 9 lap checks in the last 8 laps, and it's because everyone thinks he's wood boosting around the track. So
what?
Flicky on the inside.
Woo!
Oh, Williams, but he holds on. The Williams holds the advantage into the following corner. Flicky He's going to try to get up close. He's very close to the gearbox of the Williams. Does he have courage to go down the inside? No, as they go into the chicane now. Jumping on board now with Light just behind the battle. Flicky and Fauzi going at it. Light and Victor going at it. Just within the same sector, we have two battles just seconds within each other. Lots of intense racing going on right now. For now, looks like Fauzi is holding on to that position to the Alfa Romeo. The Mercedes holding that position to the Ferrari. Lots of intense rivalries going on right now. Lots of intense battles. Very exciting to watch.
He sends it up the inside! Does he make it stick? Oh, he made it stick!
He makes it.
Oh my.
Okay. Spike has an issue with the safety car. I think that's a... It's gotta be some kind of penalty. Like, what on earth just went on there? Ricky now exiting the pits. He's got a battle on his hands as he comes out. Bean in the other Ferrari, a little bit less well known, but carrying the red traits of the Italian racing team. Down the inside on, I believe that was Mr. Tino. Mr. Tino not having the best of days right now for Alpine. Just somewhere in the rear end of the field.
On board with Light here, who's just behind Fauzi. What is his position going to be? Light is in 10th and 9th, so right outside the points, right inside the points here. Let's see if Light potentially can make some time on Fauzi.
Light
We'll see
was
after.
previously fighting with the Ferraris. His opponent's changed now to the Mercedes, but it looks like Fauzi does have some distance on him.
Guys, we can hear double audio. Something in the stream is someone just put in the chat. Oh, I heard myself.
I just want to tell you guys, there's double audio on the stream.
Yeah, we need to fix that.
I'm not sure how that's happening.
Jay needs to fix that. Jay.
I don't know what I can fix about that. Let's see, if I change off the GTA audio, let's see what happens. Are you guys hearing any double audio still?
It's gonna take like 10 seconds for us to get a response.
Yeah.
They won't be able to hear the cars.
The stream's gonna have to catch up.
I had an audio thing I had to update for OBS. I wonder if that messed everything up.
You might possibly have two outputs that are overlapping potentially. Without seeing your screen, it's hard to say.
There's no double audio on the stream, but
There's no double audio on the stream?
yeah, now we don't hear the car, but there's no double audio for me.
Okay.
Maybe try re-enabling it potentially. See if it'll fix it.
Was that double audio before, or was it there the whole time?
Okay, are they still hearing double audio?
I'm checking now. We needed to update though.
Ooh, some wheel banging between Flicky and Tino.
Mr. Tino. Both of these drivers had they used to be in the same academy. I know that. I know that to be true because I used to manage them. In fact, Tyler, Flicky used to be your teammate. What can you tell us about him?
Flicky is very passionate about racing. That's the one thing I've noticed, and he's very hardworking and he's very quick.
Oh, so. Skillmax is on the heels of Bruder. This could be for the race. Never mind. It looked closer on the mini map. Sorry. Oh, we need a lap count, don't we?
I just can't see these two battling it out. Aston Martin are a very calculated, very safe team, so can't see them messing up with anything here.
Okay, so we've got 6 laps left of this race.
Wow, coming down to the wire.
It's fixed now, by the way.
Currently, though, it is not an Aston Martin 1-2. It's an
Oh, it's
Aston
not.
Martin 2-3.
Who's the leader right now?
Zoom!
Zoom?
Zoom coming
Wow.
back to race. Will he make it?
He's got to boot. He's got to beat those wood boost allegations, though.
Interestingly though, we have rain actually coming in 4 minutes. I wonder how that's going to shake things up.
Wow, the people who are on those risky strategies might have to be very, very careful.
Yeah, I've been told the Astons were doing a triple medium, which is apparently the riskiest yet fastest strategy. However, with the rain at the end, not going to go great for them.
It might not go good for them, but I can say I don't think they've been seeing that much resistance for the whole race. I could imagine them taking quite good care of their tires. But we will see. The rain is going to be coming in momentarily. It's going to make things up for sure.
They did have a lot of safety car. I think they had like 2 or 3 extra safety car laps, so that might give them a little bit of extra leeway. I mean, if they've been planning on doing the triple medium since before the race even started, they had to have had some, some space there. So
Well, according to
Awesome.
this, it doesn't seem like Zoom is doing anything out of the ordinary. He doesn't know that we're watching him right now.
There's interestingly enough, on the note of the safety cars, there were some hard tire drivers which should last 18 laps, pitting at lap 21, so that should be true about what Tyler said of the safety car. With the hard tire drivers gaining 3 laps, which is quite interesting.
I was ready to race F1 here. I did back out, but I was notified. Hards and mediums were the way to go. Of course, I was going to choose hards because that seems.
Okay, we have a back marker unlapping himself, so he must think that he's got the pace compared to the race leader.
Mike, who's in last. I don't know, was feeling confident about himself. He gave me a kiss today.
oh, that's
Yeah, he was so thoughtful to drive off track and give me a little bit of a love tap.
Do we know what's
Yeah.
happened to Spike? Why is he so far behind?
He got crashed out by CEO Sigma. He claims it was on purpose. He lost a rear wing. He was one of the front runners, but
yeah, it was a pretty insane crash, and we actually got it on the stream in turn 1, so it was pretty interesting little moment there.
That Williams just squeezed both the Ferrari and the Alfa Romeo off track.
I mean, he is one of the leaders, to be fair, though.
That is
The
true.
drivers are lap cars. They shouldn't be getting in his way, even if they do unlap themselves. Theoretically, Zoom could go
okay,
down a
Skillmax has gotten past Bruder. Oh no, I guess with the lead out of the way, the faster driver was allowed through. If they had maintained 1-2, I bet you the team orders would have let Bruder stay ahead. Maybe they're trying to attack Zoom. I'm not sure why Zoom is so far ahead with his tire strategy or something.
I would think it would be team orders for Skillmax to go ahead here. Is he not leading the championship?
Well, no, I was saying earlier is when Bruder was leading the race, Skillmax wasn't attacking him because Bruder hasn't won a race yet. But now that Zoom is ahead, they're probably just letting Skillmax fight him.
Ooh, that should be good then.
Ooh,
Skillmax gets to
might
release
be-
these campaigns.
Zoom might be on the edge though. How many laps remaining?
Should be about 4 more. Rain
comes
is
in.
starting in 2 minutes.
Ooh.
Okay, we have 4 laps left and rain in 2 minutes. Here comes the rain, gentlemen! The rain has come out! How is this going to affect people's race strategies, their tire strategies? Is Acid going to die? I almost want to switch to Acid just to see if he dies or spins out.
Do you want to go to the helicopter cam to see if we could spot any?
Yeah. Let's, yeah.
For the final race, you just watch the start-finish line at the helicopter cam. I think that's
I can
optimal.
do that. I just need to find a good window to race back to the or you could do that.
needs to be fast. Needs to be fast. I wish I was in the lobby right now so you could just spectate me. I'd love to have a helicopter POV right now.
FIA drone initiated.
FIA drone.
FIA drone activated.
We got the targets in sight. Take out the Red Bull. Take out the Red Bull.
We've got a floating man with a ski mask on over turn 1.
Look at that gap Skillmax has broke over Bruder. Did you see that? That gap that Skillmax has? He was clearly saving his tires for the rain, and he's put a huge gap on his teammate. Or, like we said earlier, there was some team orders, and now they're saying, can Skillmax hunt down Zoom for the race lead? I bet you that's what's going on here.
I wonder what we're going to hear from the Aston drivers in the interview. I wonder if that's a strategy mistake there, trying to let Bruder take the win here.
Yeah, they probably didn't anticipate Zoom being able to extend his tire life, or they would have been pushing a lot sooner. Okay, here's Zoom. There's a big gap. I don't think Skillmax is going to be able to make up this gap.
It's about a whole sector.
Yeah.
Zoom could slow down maybe a second per lap, maybe half a second per lap.
Because of the
Maintain
rain.
those tires, maintain that position as well. Could be very interesting. I'm very curious to see how this is going to go down between the Astons and Zoom. Specifically Skillmax though. Skillmax has been unleashed. He just let the dog out with Skillmax.
He let them dogs out.
What the dog doing, man?
What the dog?
Skillmax is entered first. Zoom went into the pits. That is what they were anticipating.
No.
They were anticipating Zoom needing to do one last pit. So now that's the thing. They didn't know. Oh, we have to switch over because there's going to be a battle here at the end. I have to.
We got a guy breakdancing on the grass.
Okay, Zoom is attacking Bruder, which is the strategy, right? If they had kept a 1-2, Zoom would be fighting for the race win. But here, because they let Skillmax pass, Bruder has to hold on to P2. But Zoom, I don't think is going to be able to attack Skillmax at this point because he had the pit so late. But he could still pass Bruder for P2. What do you guys think? What's going to happen?
Oh man.
I
I think it could be a call for Aston here, so maybe bring Skillmax back and try and hold up Zoom. Because Bruder shouldn't have the pace to hold up Zoom currently, but Skillmax might still have that ability.
Yeah, but Skillmax is way too far. Oh, some lag. What's going to happen?
If that doesn't work, potentially he could overtake both of them and then they could lose the race win.
Yeah,
so I don't know if
that
that's
is
a
a
very viable
possibility.
strat. I think they just
I
take
would-
first and third or first and second.
But if you consider that idea, Skillmax could hold Zoom while Bruder builds a distance, and perhaps Skillmax does have the ability to maintain the position for 1-2. And if not, maybe Zoom overtakes Bruder and they lose the 1-2. It's a...
If I were
is-
Bruder, I would not want him to yield the race win to me. If I'm going to win a race for the first time, I want it to be a legit win. I don't want someone to give me team orders. I think that's...
Yeah, but
It
it's
doesn't
not
feel
just
good.
team orders. It gets Aston the points. Aston would much rather take a 1-2 than a 1-3.
Oh, some lag. That was all lag. Okay, we thought he had died.
Oh, things were looking bad for the Williams driver there, but so far so good,
Oh,
inside! Oh, but that's an aggressive move.
that was super aggressive. He did not judge it, and he made contact, or maybe it was lag. There's some lag between
Oh
these
my
two
God.
drivers. He spun!
Oh, the rain.
Yep, I think that. Oh, it was the last lap too.
Oh, it's last lap.
That's why he dived him.
That's why he dive bombed him.
might see some-
That's why he
Might
dive
see some
bombed him.
penalties coming in.
Wow. 1-2. That's beautiful.
Bruder calling Zoom a cheat in chat. Oof, we got some
Harsh
salt.
words.
We got some.
We're going to have some choice words in the cooldown room here, guys. Jeez.
We have MM with his best finish so far this season, I believe.
Lucas Simp, the
7th. Starting from the back.
champion.
I almost
Can't
caused a
stop
crash.
him.
I respawned on the start straight, and if it wasn't the last lap, MM7 would have slammed into me because I was invisible.
Dude, my car teleported into the middle of the track during the race, and I nearly crashed a light out.
Light.
Yeah, I
F1
knew.
points.
Yeah, getting up. It's very well done. Pancho rounding off the final point finishers. No points for the Ferraris. And no points for the Alfa Romeos. A very unfortunate result for them. And not a good sight for me either. That was so unfortunate for Zoom to spin out like that. We could have had a very good battle on our hands. Anyways, let's prepare ourselves for this interview. First of all, we got to make sure we asked Bruder and Skillmax about team orders. That's something I'm very curious about.
What their team orders were, if there were going to be any team orders.
Yeah, like what was the
You guys ready
strat?
for me to pull them in?
Here we go. Bruder, Skillmax. Welcome.
Wow, pop the champagne. 1-2.
Finally, bro! Neem, doe handy. Neem selber. Are we ready for everything? For the question?
Make sure that Victor don't say nothing funny
Yeah.
back there. We're live.
Don't think Zoom's in the paddock anymore. He might be a bit annoyed, so
Yeah,
I 1-2 finishes.
I'd love to see him explain the space. I cannot wait.
Oh, there we go.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Okay,
before
I'm
we start the
muted.
interview-
Whew, okay.
Before we start the interview, I just want to prepare everybody. We're about to get some gloves are about to come off between the Aston and the William driver here. It's gonna get is about to go down. Booter.
What do you got to say about the race? What do you got to say about the
Uh,
results?
I'm
First off,
getting a
congratulations,
10
guys.
Yeah, okay. I'm getting a 10-second penalty, and someone's cheating here. Hard. This is worse than R7 in Vegas. This is by far the worst accident we had in the server.
Oh, you're talking about the CO Sigma crashing into Spikes situation?
No, about Zoom.
Okay, well, let's focus on you first. Let's focus on you before we talk about Zoom. So, we noticed that, Bruder, after that first crash, what happened on lap 1? Because you were suddenly leading the race.
So I rear-ended Tusi's really hard. I didn't expect him to turn that sharp and to hit the apex. Because as P1, if I would start in his position, I'd definitely brake later. I mean, I watched a couple clips from 2 seasons ago, and every time P1 shouldn't have hit the apex and should have braked later. So I thought he's going to do the same, but he didn't have the clips as me. And it was really my fault, so I'd probably get a 10-second there. My tire strategy was really good actually. The safety car was amazing with the tire strat, so we could go on the mediums on the rain. So everything was pretty much perfect. It was already
So you guys knew the rain was coming. You figured that the safety car was going to affect things. Okay, interesting. Okay, so Skillmax, anything you would like to add to that? It seems like you did a pretty good job trying your best. There came a point when Bruder was ahead of you, and we thought maybe there would be some team orders to let your teammate get his very first win of the season. But then there came a point where you're like, nah, skip that, and you pulled a huge gap on him. So tell us about this. Was there any team orders, or was it just managing tires until you were able to pass him up?
There were no team orders. Bruder messed up one corner, and I felt the gap, and I was like, alright, I'm just gonna go through and gonna let him pass last lap. But since Bruder was battling with Zoom, we didn't want to risk it, so I just kept the first. Yeah, our strategy was pretty solid with triple medium. I'm pretty sure Zoom went triple hard, and we were very surprised that Zoom was faster than us actually on hards, which is why we think there's something weird going on there. Also, I want to mention MM7 retiring this race. Most likely, I think. That's at least what he told me.
Yeah, let's bring MM7 in here. Hopefully he'll talk.
Alright.
Hey, MM7, we want to give you a hats off. You were very fast in qualifying. You were battling near the front. All the other stuff was going on. Word on the street is that this is your last race, but maybe it's not the end of your racing in Formula V, period. But just tell us, how was it? Any words you'd like to share with everybody? Favorite memories racing in F1?
Thank you, Jack. Yeah, no, like I enjoyed that race. Very exciting. No mess in the turn one for me, so That was nice. And then, I was slower than the guys in front, so props to them. They definitely did their homework. But yeah, I was just doing my strategy, triple mediums, and then apparently there was rain at the end. I didn't know. But I barely survived. And,
So you were surprised. You're like, uh-oh, uh-oh.
Yeah. Yeah, it was definitely a surprise, but, I made it, so that's nice. So yeah, exciting, and thank you all for racing.
Okay, if you don't mind, would you be willing to shed some light about the situation? Are you just taking a break from F1 and you're coming back in the summer? Is this more of a?
I really can't tell.
Okay.
For now, it's just a break, I guess. I was also thinking about joining the F2 league if we have Slipstream. I think that would be fun.
Okay, you might have heard the words that maybe the admin has been talking about for the summer, reintroducing Slipstream. That's nothing official. Everyone in chat, don't lose your pants. But yeah, that'll be interesting.
Yeah, I think that would be fun, and I can always reserve. So we will see.
That's true. That's true. Now, if you do officially retire, then you have to wait 30 days before you can race. Have you given your retirement, or is it you'll just keep an open position just in case you are able to race? You'll just race for Audi.
I'm not sure yet. I will look into that.
Okay, I know that Stevy's thinking about trying to step in team principal. I know Ammo's trying to help out with is it Haas team principaling over there until the end of the season, and then they'll take official managerial roles next season. But I know Joe Bryman, he's been filling in. I forget how many races he's done, but we're at the point where maybe he needs to get signed a contract. So just FYI, Stevie, unless you got someone else lined up.
By the way,
Speaking of signing contracts, speaking of which, Zoom, you've made a comeback.
Yes, I am listening.
Yeah, Zoom.
How was it?
His debut. Tell us, what was the strategy? How was it going? How does it feel like with Williams? You and Fauzi both doing a pretty good job in qualifying. Didn't quite work out for him during the race, but pretty good pair.
Yeah, I mean, it worked out in the initial accident there because I dropped down to P13 while he gained a bunch of positions, but he was caught up once I passed him. He got caught up with Tussies, and I don't know if there was an accident or not, but there was something happened there that made him drop off. And also he didn't have, like, I'd done a lot of practice for my, well, as you said, debut coming back. I don't think he did any practice whatsoever. I think he was like, oh, I remember the strike from last season. And, well, the tires were different.
Well, he did tell me that he was quoted that you were looking for a 108, so he didn't think he stood any chance of qualifying. And suddenly, nope, the time was a 109, and he found himself, he didn't clip his lap, so he did get a penalty for not having his lap clipped. But if he had it, I bet you two would have been fighting near the front because Fauzi has really good pace on Jones tracks.
Yeah, potentially, but I don't know what happened there. I don't know if he didn't know he needed to clip it, or I don't know. Maybe he didn't know which lap it was. I have no idea.
Oh, he just told me he didn't think he would need to because he didn't think he was going to qualify that high. So he'll hopefully get it sorted for next time.
Hopefully.
Okay, Zoom, the controversial thing. You've had more lap checks in one race than I think the rest of the grid combined. What do you think you were doing that was causing so much suspicion?
I think my 1,000 laps of practice was the reason to why all these kids lap checked the shit out of me. But most of the time where I had a lot of, well, I realized after a while that most of the time where I got the lap checks were when I, just after I'd boosted, which I think was quite different. I have quite different boost zones than a couple of other drivers. And then we had a back marker sitting behind me for 5 or 6 laps, trying to look at what I'm doing and how I'm driving, which I think was quite disgusting because he passes me, he slows me down, like just messes with me the whole.
You're talking about when Spike
almost
was
half the
you?
stint where I was first, yeah, on my second stint of hards, like by the time just after Bruder pitted, I think he showed up. So that was kind of weird behavior, I would say, from a back marker.
Yeah.
He did get crashed out, which was unfortunate, so he was probably trying to figure out what was going on from your angle. Because he was top 5, top 6, then he came past Vic, not Vic, CO Sigma, who was coming out of the pits, and Sigma he crashed him out, so that was unfortunate. So what tips would you give Tuzies? Tuzies is currently leading the championship. He's also a first-person driver, but he's over here complaining. Apparently, you would give him a run for his money if you had started the season racing alongside him. What are your thoughts?
I mean, I probably would have given him a run for his money, but I don't know how many races I'll be showing up for. It's all about my team manager telling me when to show up and when to do practice and stuff like that. So we'll see how many more times I show up.
Word on the street,
maybe.
you're going to return next season, so I'm looking forward to it.
Potentially. I might even return as track tester as well.
Okay.
Because clearly there was a lot of loopholes for me to abuse.
On this track? You got to be
There
joking.
were. I just didn't do it.
Okay, well, thank you. So the chat knows, and everyone in the call knows, Zoom has tested with me for ages, and he helps break the track so I can understand what to fix on the track. So he's always been good on that. Okay, gentlemen, any other thoughts, any other words that you would have to share as we...
Yes. Were you hearing the blue flags from me? For me?
No. I was in commentary, and I heard a few people. I'm sorry if I didn't hear yours. I tried to catch people when I heard blue flags.
The YouTube stream is so lucky that they didn't hear me. I think like 2 blue flaggers spun me out as well. So, and the worst thing is I won't get them on penalty. I don't fucking know what it's called.
Oh, I'm
the money,
sorry,
whatever.
because that probably ruined your race. You probably would have...
Terrible blue flags. They looked on purpose, literally on purpose.
I'm not even joking. Brutal ear-raped our entire call.
Say that again?
I'm not joking. Brutal ear-raped our entire call.
Raging? Well, yeah, because he had the opportunity to win his first race, and I bet you without those 2 spins and that mistake, he probably would have been able to hold on to it.
Yep, 100%.
I'm sorry, Bruder. I'm sorry. We'll have to communicate. I'm assuming do you guys have a race engineer or a manager?
We had many, yeah. We had 2 race engineers and
Okay, because
same managers.
I think what we should do is we should have managers and race engineers unmute each other, so that when a manager calls for a blue flag, one engineer calls for a blue flag, the other engineer can be able to pass that on. Because sometimes there's like you said, they don't hear, or I don't hear you, don't pass along, or whatever, and that would be unfortunate. So
yeah, I had a problem with my because usually I call my blue flags myself, but if I join with my alt, I was server muted, but I wasn't. So on my screen, I'm server muted. I look to the left, like to the bar where we are in the call right now, and it says I'm not server muted. So it's stupid. Discord just messes up, and yeah, I didn't have comms the entire race, which is bad because I would have called myself blue flags a bunch of times.
I'm sorry, guys. Well, thank you, Ammo. Thank you, Tyler. Any questions you may have from the commentary box?
No. Not at this time.
I think it was a good race.
Okay.
Will there be a stream for the F2 race?
Next race, next week, same time. But don't forget, Indy 500 this Sunday for all those in the FV community. That'll be fun. We won't be streaming that, I don't believe, but...
Definitely should, though. That'd be awesome.
You think I should?
I think we could. That would be a really great thing to watch.
Because I think Ammo's racing, I'm racing. Are you racing, Tyler? Yeah. So it might just be a driver POV and not a race commentary POV. But that should be fun. Well, anyways, until next time, we'll catch you guys. See